I get lonely. Lonely in this fight. I only want things right. Savior's coming soon.
Using the scripture which we take very seriously to apply it to our daily life. That's what we do in a church service. So you might, like I say, you've got to be open to religious tradition. A lot of people cut themselves off because they want to be modernist. And I'm going to say some more about that. Modernity, if you will. We want to be scientific thinkers. We want to put away our childish beliefs. Well, I don't think that's completely growing up. You've got to go back to what your parents taught you, what your tradition taught you, get the best from that.
Lonely, lonely, lonely in this fight. Lonely.
And frankly, I recall reading a theologian that said that the classical view that Christians have of heaven is a delusion. And that what needs to be done to properly be a Christian is to create heaven on earth. Now, if you look at what's happening in this city, you will find that Ward 7 and 8 has about 1/10 the average income level of Ward 3. There's a huge inequality. This city is more unequal than any state in the Union. One of the things that's going on is that arrests for marijuana, if you are a black, are 8 times greater than if you are a white. And white people smoke grass about the same amount as black folks. There's a huge discontinuity here. There is an incredible amount of racism in this city. The prosecution of these so-called crimes is a federal function. It is not under the control of the district. Frankly, what we need is a revolution in this city to go after the racism, bigotry, and stupidity of that system. And in terms of belief, I have never found a single secular person that believes in the drug war as it stands, and specifically not in the drug war against marijuana. In this city, well, I'm going to have to stop momentarily, so.
Well,
I can't stand the pain. I can make a change. No.
On the war on drugs, but that's a different subject. But I think I think that's one of the things Sam Harris's book, In the End of Faith, which I've read. He talks a lot about the drug war, and I think that that you're right. A lot of that stuff is fueled by reactionary religion, and our denomination, we're not into the war on drugs or into the mass incarceration of African Americans. I will say to everybody, and I'm sure a lot of people here are political activists, if you want to organize people, you're going to have to get down with learning about a little bit of and respecting their faith traditions. Now, I'm going to say this, I don't know if this stat is true. I think it's basically true in my experience. A recent survey showed that 85% of African Americans in the United States identify themselves as Christians. I think a probably higher number of Latinos would either identify themselves as either Catholic or evangelical. A large number of people of Arab descent are going to identify as either Christian or Muslim. I think, again, whether it's 14, whether it's 86% or 90%, I think most of the world's people identify with a religious narrative and define their experience in terms of a religious narrative. We've got to learn to deal with it and to respect it and to dialogue with it. And I think that's great that people are coming to this event. That's a good start. And I think we will learn to organize if we deal with religion in that way.